Huh. Hey, Ty.
I wasn't
Did,
asleep.
you all
It's
right?
I was not asleep. It's yeah. What's up?
Um, question. Do you know exactly where Brooksy Park is? Like, do you have an address or directions, or do I have to use GPS?
think I have an address around here somewhere. It's right there. There you go.
Yeah, perfect. I'm thinking I'm gonna plan a stakeout over there because maybe I can catch this butcher person and I can like talk to them face to face.
Ye- ye-
I'll be fine. I'm gonna have my pepper spray on me,
no,
and you know how strong that stuff is. Plus, you can like watch me with like eye
that's
or
not
what?
what I.
You all right? Uh, who, who's that?
It's Pan.
Wait, Pan is in like,
Lonely Pan. Pan.
what?
Hello?
It's been a while.
Uh,
Whether
Sure has.
what what. It's okay.
Ty,
It's okay. No,
I,
it's okay.
just step aside for a second. I just
I
need to talk to you real quick. Just,
okay.
just step aside for just a hot sec, Ty.
What's
Just. I, okay. From my interpretation, I thought if you went into the lonely, you kind of died. How?
I
What is happening?
That's not exactly how it works.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, great. So just like eternal torture?
well, I think it depends on if you accept it or not.
Except,
Like
what
accept.
do you mean? But oh,
Where have you been exactly?
Oh, just here and there, far away,
What?
close by.
I was under the impression that Ender kind of fed you to the lonely. Uh,
Well, I can't say you're wrong.
okay, so that answers that question. So I'm assuming you've accepted it then.
I mean, after a certain point of being alone, wouldn't you also do that? I didn't really have much of a choice, did I?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Is there a reason you're here then? I mean, you could have gone anywhere.
Well, it doesn't really matter where I go at this point. So, I was here to hear about that job offer. It still stands.
Sorry, what?
I
Hi,
offered.
if I could just interject. Hi, I'm Alex. I work
Hello?
here, and I can say don't do it because it's not the best job. It's a cult. So,
I'm
yeah,
sorry, I don't know what you missed in this conversation.
Look, if they had anywhere else to go, I'm sure that this is one of the last places that Pan would have come. I mean, the last time they were here, they were gaslit into a never-ending void of loneliness. It's
okay, but I, yeah, I'm you choosing to work here
hey, you did.
here. Well, that's because I didn't know that I would be trapped here, never get, not get to quit without gouging my eyes out.
Oh, you know about that?
You told
Oh
me.
yeah, I did. You're right. Anyway, look, Pan. If you're sure,
I am. Trust me, I've had a long time to think about this.
Are you sure it's been long enough?
I think 5 months is
Yes.
probably long enough, especially when 5 months must feel like an eternity in the lonely, right?
Wait. I'm new to this whole thing. So you're telling me that the lonely is an entity and a place?
They're new, okay?
I am very new at this, but I'm a lot of things are getting pushed into my face. Is it a entity and a place, or is it a place,
It's
or is it
difficult
how does
to
this?
explain.
Of course it is. Okay.
Anyway, I guess you're hired then.
Aw. Welcome to the team.
Way to sound enthusiastic about it,
Yay.
Alex.
Being sarcastic.
Yeah, that was also sarcasm. What the fuck?
I'm going back inside.
Okay, I guess we should give you a tour. You only saw my office last time, I think. We don't have a receptionist anymore. Everyone kind of ran. Very long
I
time
wouldn't
ago.
have noticed anyway.
Well,
Well,
so there's some stuff happened. We're down a couple people.
yeah, I can.
Ender's gone. We don't know where Ender is.
Ender's gone crazy.
It's not he's.
Oh,
it's
now I don't
complicated.
have to deal with him at least.
That's true. Look, it's complicated.
Yeah, because he tried to kill me.
Okay, well, he stabbed me, so I.
Guess we all have something in common.
What?
You got stabbed?
No, but he sent me into the lonely.
Oh,
That
right.
was as much of a death sentence as
Anyway,
anything.
we don't. So, Ender's old office is not ready. Alex is taking this office now.
Mm-hmm. Because the person who was previously there quit.
I wouldn't say it's complicated. Look, the archives are a bit of a mess, but they're a mess. I'm sure I don't have to tell you to not go into artifact storage, especially unprotected. Alex.
Hey, I've only stood at the door. I haven't actually gone in.
Okay. Anyway, I guess this is your office now. It's a broom closet. I'll be honest.
Ignore the pipe. Ignore the pipe. I dug out the hole because it wasn't big enough.
It's a broom
Well,
closet.
it's
okay?
something.
It's hey, it's more than most people have. It's not. It's really, this is the bare minimum we have. I mean, we can sort out Ender's old office at some point probably, but yeah.
I mean,
I guess I'll talk you through the basics of working here. I mean, you're not gonna get paid.
I mean,
there's a.
what would I spend it on?
I mean, we don't need a.
Wish I got paid to deal with this shit.
I don't. You're a
like
college
them.
dropout. What did you expect?
I had to drop out because I kept getting sick every time I left. What do you mean? You got me trapped here. I was gonna have a nice life, but no, instead I get inducted into a cult and almost got shot and stabbed by a thing that went through doors that appeared in a wall.
No. What?
I did not know anything. I thought this was like a paranormal investigation, and then I found a bug
What
that
did you
said the
think was gonna happen?
There are like entities. I could have died multiple times.
That's not my fault. I protected you the best I could, okay?
Do I need to talk about the accident with the distortion?
Oh yeah, the distortion can to just willy-nilly come in here. I don't...
It stabbed me.
Perfect.
We
There's
haven't...
also there was also a thing that's on the shelves that was like a shadow walking person that Ty said was an avatar of the dark, and now it's gone.
It's not gonna come back, it's fine.
Are you sure about that?
I guess we should probably catch you up on everything ever.
I can catch them up. I've had it pretty well documented.
Okay. Well, so pretty soon after the last time you were here, Ender went back to being what he was before I met him, which was he's a super avatar, basically. It's connected
to all of them
somehow. Have no idea how. It's just happened, but I don't look. We don't know where he is. We haven't seen him in months.
I've read almost all of the statements here, and it's got nothing about like a layer.
Look, there's.
However, we've got a new thing to worry about.
There is a rogue avatar that seems to be trying to build some sort of coalition.
Stamina 84522, where we first met them. The butcher murdered a shit ton of people.
Look, it's not
been a crazy couple of days. I'm trying to locate Ender and this new avatar that could be causing problems, and I've got it down to Berkeley Park. So maybe in a couple days, couple hours, I don't know when, but I'm gonna head out there and have a stakeout. See if I can maybe
take a
learn
knife
some things.
Or something. Just
I'll be taking my pepper spray and a knife.
Just please.
Does that make you feel better?
Stay away from me with that pepper spray, okay?
I accidentally splashed him in the pepper spray on all eyes. It was very good pepper spray.
Oh,
don't get on their bad side. They're crazy.
I am not crazy. I am just upset that I got inducted into a cult.
Are you ever gonna let me live that down?
No.
Okay,
never.
That's fair.
It is a cult. You can't deny it.
It's sort of. Hey, it's a forceful cult. Okay, I don't want to be here either.
And there's a simple way to leave.
Not for me.
It's not the... Oh. Oh yeah, that's a lot of stab wounds.
No, it's not... Okay, anyway. Look, you're pretty much all
I'm
caught
gonna...
up. Just read statements, figure out whatever's... Just archive shit. You're an archival assistant.
And try not to think about the giant eye in the sky watching you at all points.
It's not in the sky. It's just in every eye-shaped object. I'm gonna go read a statement now. You guys just...
Wait.
What?
Excuse me? This was in the mail.
Oh.
Outside?
Maybe I could go listen in on it, just because it may provide new information that I...
We are gonna read this.
Yeah.
Not now. Not now.
Not now? Oh.
No.
Alright.
Definitely before you go to Berkeley Park, though. Do not leave the Institute, Alex. Okay. Neither of you. Just don't.
Why can't I leave?
Just don't. Just look. I'll fill you in after. Just don't leave the Institute. Okay. I'm gonna go read a statement.
Okay.
Okay. I think this... Alright. Okay, they're insane. Alright. Statement of Lila Davis regarding a recurring dream that feels too real to ignore. Original statement taken in the form of a letter delivered to the Institute June 19th, 2019. Statement begins. You know those dreams that you have, and at the time they don't feel special, but once a small part of it comes true, you get that intense feeling of deja vu. That's what happened to me. I've only had this specific dream a handful of times before. Sometimes it's the exact same, and then certain parts are missing. It's always the same ending, though. Always. I'm sure of the first time I had the complete dream was February 22nd, 2019. I remember it so vividly. The dream started in the morning. Okay, well, obviously I wasn't dreaming in the morning, but you know what I mean. In the dream, I woke up, had a shower, and started walking to work. I did my entire commute to work. I walked down the street, down into the subway, and got on the train. Pretty normal, right? No. Not normal. Not normal at all. There were crowds of people, which is pretty normal for a major city like Toronto. What isn't normal was no one having a face. I didn't even react. It was like it was normal. That's not normal, though. People have faces. I mean, you don't just walk out of your house in the morning and see a faceless crowd of people doing absolutely nothing, right? I'm sorry, I'm ranting. Back to the statement. Dream me hopped on the train, still full of faceless people making absolutely no noise, and I just sat there until I got to my stop. I finished my commute to work, but when I got to my building, there was no one there. I mean literally no one. No faceless crowd, no regular humans, no one. It was completely silent. Yet, I just continued on as if it was normal. It seems so normal, but it's not normal, right? It's not. Anyway, my day continued in the dream as normal until I passed out at my desk. I guess that's kind of a cliche in dream terms, right? Falling asleep in a dream while already asleep. Sorry, I just think it's ironic. For a good while, the dream was completely blank, besides me. I was still there, but I wasn't. Yet somehow I was. It was like I was completely alone, in that endless void. I wasn't afraid, I wasn't worried. I think I felt at peace. That must sound strange, but I've always preferred to be alone. Ever since I was a kid, people seem to piss me off. Even if they're not doing anything in particular, I just find myself getting angry or annoyed at anyone and everyone for no reason, other than the fact they exist. I'm sorry, I'm rambling again. Eventually, I must have woken up because all of a sudden I was on a beach. Not a normal beach, though. Not one that would sound familiar to you, or anyone really. It's extremely hard to describe, but so incredibly easy to picture. I have no idea why, but I felt like I had been there before. I felt like I had been there my whole life. I'll try my best to put it into words, but forgive me if the description is vague. The beach had sand, but it wasn't regular sand. It was monochrome in color and extremely damp despite having no tide line. The ocean, or body of water that the sand was connected to, acted like a regular ocean, with one major difference. The water wasn't wet, and left no indication of ever being there. If I hadn't seen it for myself and heard the calming sound of the slow-moving waves approaching the shore, I would have said there was no water, but I did. I did see it. I felt the sand between my toes. I felt the still coolness of the water. I heard the waves and the wind, and I felt incredible. It might sound strange based on what I've written so far, but I just couldn't help but feel free. I was finally alone. I was finally, completely, and utterly alone. And then as quickly as it began, it ended. I woke up in my bed, tears running down my cheeks. I sat in bed that day. I sat there and sobbed. I had never felt anything so freeing, and then it was gone. But it's okay. It's okay because despite only having that dream a handful of times, I know I'll be back on that beach soon. And I know I'll never leave. I woke up this morning, had a shower, walked out the door, and no one had a face. Crowds of faceless people making no noise. They're here. They're here to let me know. Let me know that it's time. It's time to be alone. The only thing different from the dream is the fact that on my way to my empty office building, a faceless man handed me this piece of paper and a pen, and pointed at this building. Your receptionist seemed nice. Not that she spoke, or had a face. I'm going to sleep now. Statement ends. Christ. Miss Davis was last seen exiting the Institute on June 19th, 2019. As far as I can tell, that was the last time anyone ever saw her. This is a pretty standard case of someone being too alone for their own good. If Miss Davis was content in the lonely, then I can only hope that she's okay. Regardless, I think I'm gonna start leaving my office more. I don't want to be alone. Not that alone.